Hello, good morning, y'all. At least it's morning when I'm filming this. And this is going to be the first of our series of how to use video analysis. So I'm super glad y'all are here, and let's get rocking and rolling. Today's topic is going to be how to film a video to use during video analysis. For me, this is like the hardest part, is because I always just don't think of these things when we're going through it, and really it takes a lot of tries. So I think the ones we're going to be using for the rest of this series are like the fifth or sixth iteration, and we'll go through some of the bad ones today just to kind of show you. So let's see, filming a video. There's really a couple of key things that you really need to include. The first one is a scale, okay? And we'll go over what this means later, but in scale I mean like some distance measurement so that we know how big everything is. The next thing is a clear background. So what you're going to be wanting to do is as whatever you're watching is moving through space, you're going to want to be able to identify it very clearly at every single point in time. So you have a busy background, it's really hard to kind of pick out what's what. And the third thing is that easy to identify point. Say like we were moving my head and we were trying to watch my head move around. You want to make sure you're picking the same point every time. So like you're going to pick this eye every time. As I move my head, you want to make sure you're picking the same eye every time. So let's go look over some examples here real quick. Let's see, this is going to be this is the bad example. So this was my first attempt, and this didn't work. Let's watch it. I love the thumbs up at the end. I was like, yeah, I nailed that. I was so confident. Okay, and let's go back and look at why that didn't work. So let's just take right here, scale. There really isn't anything that I know the exact measurement of in this frame that you can really tell. There's cars and houses and things like that, but I can't know for certain exactly how big anything is. So what you want to use a ruler or a meter stick. The second thing was a clear background. Definitely not a clear background. There's trees and houses and cars and so many different colors in the background make it really, really hard. And the third thing was easily identifiable point. On my body, which I'm trying to track, there really isn't anything. Okay, so let's look at another example that is the same kind of scenario, but a lot better. Okay, let's look at this example. Ready? Let's watch the video first. Okay, awesome. Let's go back and analyze this one. Let's stop it right here. Do we have a scale? Yes, we do. I have included this ruler right here on my countertop so that I know exactly what that is. It's a 16-inch ruler, but that's a 16-inch ruler. That's exactly how big it is. And it's at the same distance from the camera as where I am. So it's in the same plane of the motion, which is really important. If your ruler was really far and close to the camera, everything would look a lot smaller than it actually is. Second thing, clear background. Yes, very clear background. I'm walking in front of a gray wall, and there's not a lot going on in the foreground on the countertops or anything like that. And then the third thing is the identifiable point. Yes, so I took this sticky note, and I put a little black dot on the sticky note, and I attached it to my shoulder, so that as I was walking around, I could know exactly where I was going to look at every single point in time, was that black dot. Okay, let's look at a different example one more time, and then we'll wrap up this video, and we'll move on to the next section. Okay, this one's a ball drop. So same scenario, scale's the same, and it's at the same distance as what I'm tracking, so it's in the same plane of motion. We also have a clear background, same gray wall and everything, and this time we're tracking this ping pong ball as I drop it and watch it bounce. And that is, the ping pong ball is small enough that it has an identifiable point. If you were going to put a point on it as the ball rotates, it'd be hard to find that point every single time. So just the whole ping pong ball in this case works because it's a small enough target. So those are your three things you need to do. Make sure you have a scale, make sure you have a clear background, and make sure you have an easy to identify a point. If you do those three things, your video should work. If it doesn't, you can always try and refilm and change one of those things, and it just takes time to kind of figure out exactly what you need to do to really make sure everything's going to work out. Awesome. So I hope to see everyone in the next section. I'm just knocking these out back to back, so this will be fun. Later, y'all.